Okay, so now let's look at the strumming that we're going to need for this introduction and the verse, and pretty much throughout the whole song it follows the same rhythmic pattern. So if you haven't already, just nip down to the description below and get yourself the worksheet. It's free of charge from my website, and you'll need to print it off so we can follow along together, or you can watch the video, entirely up to you. Anyway, so we've got three chords that are being used: an E minor 7, a G, and a D sus4, a D sus2 and a D. I say three chords because the D, it's all just a variation on the D chord. So the first bar, which has got the E minor and the G in, 2 counts on E minor 7, 2 counts on the G. We're going to be counting using 16th notes or semiquavers, and with our right hand we're going to be playing a down, up stroke, and it's going to be counted 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and like that. If I play that on the E minor 7 only, and I just do the up and the down strokes, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and like that. If I play the first 2 counts on the E minor 7 and then the second 2 counts, 3 and 4 on the G, it would sound something like this: 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and like that. Now there is a slight push to one of the chord changes, so we're actually going to change, rather than changing to the G on the 3rd count, we're going to change on the very last 16th note of the 2nd count. So what does that mean? Well, it would sound like this: 1 E and 2 E and A, like that, to the G on the A of 2. 1 E and 2 E and A. You get this sort of pushed feeling to the chord. And by doing that, by pushing the G chord, we've got to do 2 upstrokes when we change to the G chord. So it goes 1 E and 2 E and A, E and 4 E and So that sounds a bit of an odd count, doesn't it? But let's try it. So it goes 1 E and 2 E and A, E and 4 E and getting this pushed sound on the G. 1 E and 2 E and A, E and 4 E and a little bit faster. 1 E and 2 E and A, E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and A, E and 4 E and Okay, so without me counting, 2, 3, 4. So if you can try and get that down first, that'll be fab. Now in the next bar we've got the variations of the D chord. Now we've also got this push, it's in exactly the same place on the 2 E and A. We're going to push on the A of 2. Now playing that would sound like this. So again, I'm changing on pretty much every count, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously the 3rd count we're coming in slightly earlier. It would sound like this: D sus4, remember, to D, D sus2, and then back to D. We get this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and A, E and 4 E and So the push is on the D sus2, which is the 3rd variation, and it falls on that almost on the 3rd count. 1 E and 2 E and A, E and 4 E and 1 on the D sus4, 1 E and 2 on the D, 2 E and then the D sus2 on the A, E and then back to the D, 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and A, E and 4 E and played much quicker. Okay, so putting that all together with the first bar, the E to G and then the D variations, we get this: 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a, E and a 4 E and a, 1 E and a 2 E and a, E and a 4 E and a. And then what we want to try and do is to get that to repeat itself, so without the stopping in between, the gap in between the chord changes. So I'm going to do 4 repeats of this 2-bar phrase, which is basically the introduction and the verse. 2, 3, 4. And repeat. Great, so that covers the intro and the first verse. However, that's played quite slowly, and in the actual tune, it's pretty quick. So I'm going to have a go at playing this at full speed now. See how we get on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So have a go at practicing playing slowly along with me, where I did the 4 repeats nice and slow, and then have a go at playing it full speed with me as we just did there. Okay, so let's move over to look at the first chorus now. There are 3 choruses with subtle variations just tagged on to the end of each chorus.